Hi everyone, welcome back to EduSphere, where we talk about inspiration, growth, living your best life. And today, I want us to talk about being true to yourself. Have you ever felt like you are wearing a mask, trying to meet everyone's expectation, while your true self feels buried underneath? If you have, you're not alone. In the world that celebrates strengths and the pursuits of approval, it can be hard to stay who you are. But here is the truth. Your greatest gift to this world is being you. Let us talk about what it means to be true to yourself, why is it so hard, and how can you take meaningful steps towards embracing your true self. What does it mean to be true to yourself? Being true to yourself is about living in alignment with your core values, beliefs, and desires. It is about showing up as the person you truly are, not the person others expect you to be. Think of it as shedding the layers of societal expectation and embracing your unique essence. When you are true to yourself, you live with integrity and your action match your values. Your choices reflect your priorities and not someone else. It is about being honest to yourself, not just with others, but with yourself. But let us be real. It is not always easy. In fact, it is often a daily struggle. We live in a world that constantly pressures us to fit into a neat little boxes, to follow trends and to live up to external standards. That is why so many of us end up wearing masks to avoid judgment, conflicts, or rejection. But here is the thing. Every time you choose to conform instead of being true to yourself, you step further away from your true self. Why do we struggle with authenticity? Let us unpack this a little. Why is it so hard to be true to yourself? Why do so many of us feel the need to hide who we truly are? Reason is this: because of fear of rejection. We are wired to seek connection and acceptance. So we worry that if we show our true selves, we might not be accepted. That fear cannot lead us to suppress our individuality. Another reason is comparison culture. Social media, in particular, has made it incredibly easy to compare ourselves to others. We scroll through highlights reels of people's lives, wondering why our whole journey does not measure up. This constant comparison can make us feel like we are not good enough as we are. Then there is the issue of self-awareness. Many of us have not taken the time to truly understand who we are. We have spent so much energy trying to please others that we have lost touch with our own desires, passions, and values. It is hard to be true to yourself if you don't know who you are in the first place. Does any of this resonate with you? If it does, don't worry, you are not alone. And the good news is you can change this. You can take steps to reconnect with your true self and start living a life that feels true to who you are. why do we struggle with being true to yourself? Let us unpack this a little. Why is it so hard to be true to yourself? Why do so many of us feel the need to hide who we really are? As according to my reason, I'm gonna say this. Maybe it is because of fear of rejection. And having that fear of rejection, we do this because we are being wired to seek connection and acceptance. So we worry that if we show our true selves, we might not be accepted. That fear can lead us to suppress our individuality. Another reason, according to me, when I say comparison culture, social media in particular has made it incredibly easy to compare ourselves to others. We scroll through highlight reels of people's lives, wondering why our own journey does not measure. This constant comparison can take us feel like we are not good enough as we are. Then I can add up another issue which make people not to be true to why they struggle to be true to themselves, and that is self-awareness. Many of us have not taken the time to truly understand who we are. We have spent so much energy trying to please others, and that we have lost touch with our own desires, passions, and values. It is hard to be true to yourself if you don't know who you are in the first place. Does any of these resonate with you? If it does, don't worry, you are not alone. And the good news is you can change this. You can take steps to reconnect with your true self and start living a life that feels true to who you are. How to reconnect with your true self? So, how do we break free from the mask and start living who truly we are? Here are some steps to help you on this journey. First of all, know your values. Take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What do you stand for? What principles guide your decisions? Maybe it is honest, kindness, creativity, or freedom. When you are clear on your values, it becomes easier to make choices that align with who you are. Maybe it can be listening. You can reconnect to yourself by listening to your inner voice. In the course of daily life, it is easy to lose touch with your inner voice. That is why it is important to create moments of stillness, journal, meditate, or simply sit in your silence and listen to what your heart is telling you. Your inner voice is your compass and guide you towards your true self. You can reconnect to your true self by stop comparing to others. Remember, your journey is uniquely yours. Comparing it to someone else only steals your joy and distracts you from your path. Instead of looking outwards, focus inward. Celebrate your progress and embrace your individuality. You can even do this by setting boundaries. Being true to yourself means saying no to things that don't align with your values. This is not selfish, it is essential. Boundaries protect your energy and help you stay connected to your true self. Now that you know about all this, and you can reconnect and what is this being true to yourself. When you choose to be true to yourself, something incredible happens. You start to feel more at peace with who you are. You stop second guessing yourself because your choice align with your values. I've got a personal story, and I want to share. I want to share something with you. There was a time when I struggled deeply with trying to meet everyone's expectation. I said yes when I wanted to say no. I tried to fit into roles that did not feel right. But one day I realized something. No matter how much I tried, I could not make everyone happy. And in trying to please others, I would completely lost sight of who I was. So I made a choice. I decided to step back, reflect, and reconnect with myself. I started setting boundaries, listening to my inner voice, and honoring my values. And you know what? It was the most liberating decision I've ever made. If I can do it, so you can. Being true to yourself is a journey, not a destination. Every day you have a choice. You can choose to honor your unique light or to dim it to fit in. My hope for you is that you choose to be true to yourself, because the world does not need another copy. It needs the real you. If this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe to Edusphere for more inspiration life lessons. Let us build a community where we can celebrate who truly we are and lift each other. Until next time, stay true, stay you, and keep shining. You got this. See you next.